Hey everyone, Effie here. Welcome to our 9th anniversary release. That's correct. We are 9 years old. The ton has made it to year 9. Thank you all so much for sticking with us for the past 9 years. It's been a really fun ride, and here's to 9 more. So we actually have a few products that we released today on the blog. Let's get started with our sweet Cherry Blossoms layering stencils. There are 4 stencils in this collection with etchings and instructions on each stencil. There are 2 petal layers for this set. You can see layer 1, you're going to go in with your light pink, and then for stencil 2, you're going to go in with your mid-tone pink. This is stencil 3. This is our branch layer. The 3 areas in the etched circles are the black centers, and then for stencil 4, this is your foliage layer. And then we have a coordinating die available separately. It's just one die that'll cut out this beautiful intricate cluster, and this is what the die cut looks like after you've blended and die cut. So this is what the cluster looks like against an A2 card panel, and you can see it fits perfectly for those A2 card sizes. Here's a card that I created with our sweet cherry blossoms. I used our stripe background and our single plaid background die, and then here are 2 cards created by our talented design team members. Next up is our Always Cherry Blossoms layering stencils. There are 4 stencils in this collection. This set coordinates with the Always Cherry Blossoms stamp set, which is a 4x6 photopolymer set. So in the stencil set, you have 2 layers for the petals. You go light pink and mid-tone pink for stencil 1 and 2, and then brown for stencil 3, and then this is stencil 4, which you have the foliage layer. However, on stencils 3 and 4, you have these areas on the corners for 3 and 4. These are individual cherry blossoms that you can blend and die cut. So this is the coordinating die for the main cluster, and this is what these cherry blossoms look like when you blend and die cut. You also have the 3 dies for the sentiments in the stamp set, and then 5 dies for the individual cherry blossoms, which you can blend on stencils 3 and 4. And there are 5 coordinating images in the stamp set as well. So here is what the clusters look like. They are just so pretty. And this is what the stamped image looks like over the blended image. So the stamp and the stencils do coordinate. Here's another example created by our 2 design team members. Next up is our mini cherry blossom layering stencils. This is a little mini set consisting of 3 stencils. You have the first 2 layers on the first 2 stencils, and then the third stencil has the stem area and the cherry blossom center. So this is what the mini cherry blossoms look like when you blend it all together. And then we have a coordinating die available separately, and this is what that looks like when you die cut this cute little cluster. Next up is our Postage party die. This measures 3 3/4 wide by 5 inches long. So you can see it's slightly smaller than an A2 size panel. This is a really cool die. It's going to cut out 6 different rectangular areas in a postage themed design. You have stitching inside the rectangular stitched areas and all the little round holes that you can disconnect to make these look like real postage stamps. So here is what the die cut looks like, and what's great about this die is that it's a nice solid die, so that when you're running your cardstock through your die cutting machine, you're not going to get any of the imperfections of your cutting plates to get embossed onto your cardstock. So that when you're blending something like our beautiful new Postage sunflowers layering stencils onto that die cut, you're going to get a nice beautiful smooth blend just like this. So here is our Postage sunflowers layering stencils. There are 5 stencils in this collection. The first 3 stencils are the petal layers. You go light yellow, mid-tone yellow, and dark yellow for the first 3 stencils. However, on the third stencil, you have the sky area in the corner, and then this little bit is going to be green for this little green stalk, and then the rest of the stencil will be dark yellow, and this is stencil 3. And then for stencil 4, you have several different elements on this layer. You have the elements for the centers of the sunflowers, which you can blend with brown, and then most of the rest of the stencil will be blended with green for the foliage and stems, and then these areas are black for the bumblebees. Then this is stencil 5. You can use this to blend the background of our sunflowers. Next up is our Postage Roses stencils. There are 4 stencils in this collection. You're going to blend light pink, mid-tone pink, and dark pink for the first 3 stencils, and then green for stencil 4, and you get something like this. And this set coordinates with that Postage party die, and you can see how pretty this set looks. It's great for Valentine's Day, but you can use it to send to a loved one. Next up is our Postage Stripes layering stencils. There are 2 stencils in this set that let you blend the red and alternating blue stripes. There are additional postage elements on both stencils. Next up is our Postage Windows stencil. This is one single stencil that'll let you blend the background in our Postage party die cut, and it'll leave you with some nice clean lines, and you can use any small images in your stash to finish up this card. Next up are 2 4x6-inch stamps that we released with our postage themed products. This is our Not a Bill set. There are several different postage elements here and some sentiments. And then we have a sentiment set dedicated for our postage products. This is called Postage Sentiments. There are 45 sentiments, horizontal and vertical sentiments that you can use for the postage themed die cuts. So this is a really fun set. You have some little tiny sentiments with numbers that you can mix and match. So here are 2 cards that I created with this set. And you can see that I'm not using the specific stencils that we released. These were created with our petite planters, lush plants, and plentiful planters. But you can see the little forever and oh my god and 29 years, 29 forever in the corners of the stamps. It just makes it really fun because I didn't want to include the scents or something like that. I didn't want these to look like real postage stamps. This is just a nice play on that type of design, but I just made it crafty. So here's another card that I created using our sweet cherry blossoms. I just die cut it and I blended the background before I adhered the die cut, and then I added some of the stamps from our Not a Bill stamp set, and the edges were created with the stripe stencils. Next up is our Puzzle Heart layering stencils. It's a 3 stencil collection, and then our Cascading Hearts layering stencils, which is also another 3 layer collection. So that is all from me today. Our anniversary release is available for purchase and to ship immediately. Check out our blog with all the information and details and inspiration by our team members. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I'll leave all the details in the description box below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.